Tap Into has Roberto Sayers here with us, and Roberto is running for council in November. Welcome, Roberto.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you. So, Roberto, please tell our readers something about yourself.
Yes, I was born originally in Panama, and I migrated to the U.S. Over 35 years ago. I worked for Merrill Lynch in New York for approximately 10 to 13 years. Then I got scooped up by, I worked for Prudential Securities for 10 to 13 years, and then I got scooped up by Merrill Lynch, where I worked on several projects as MSA account, medical savings account, and implementing those. I also worked for the First Baptist Church in Somerset. It was a charity organization to help individuals who were on welfare and parole get jobs. So I worked there as a job developer. After that, going forward, I got a job with the state in the Division of Pensions and Benefits. And however, although I've been working there for a number of years, in every town that I live, I try to get involved in the community. I lived in Edison, in Piscataway, and now in South Plainfield. And I have been involved in several committees and organizations in town.
So how long have you lived in South Plainfield?
Approximately 10 to 11 years.
Great. So what made you decide to run for council?
In my case, since I live in South Plainfield, I attend the council meetings. And to get to know the people, know the governing body, know the issues. And I figured I use the phrase, talk the talk and walk the walk. Mm-hmm. I believe I bring a lot of value to the governing body, and I decide, well, it's time for me, instead of sitting in the public, to join the governing body to work together to see how we can do better for South Plainfield.
Excellent. So other than attending the council meetings, are you involved in any committees in town?
Yes, I'm involved in the Business Advisory Group and a subcommittee, which is the Downtown Development Organization. I'm happy with that group because it's a cohesive group of professionals that supposed to bring ideas and issues to the governing body to help improve the business in South Plainfield.
Excellent. And you and I sit on the community block, right?
We also sit on the community block. We're looking forward to helping the seniors also in town.
Great. So in your opinion, what are the 3 top issues South Plainfield is facing?
In my opinion, I made some notes. In my opinion, I am interested in I've been hearing for years the truck routes, and you hear people complain about the truck routes, and nothing is being done, or it's moving very slow. I would like to see how we can get the community, the residents involved or affected by the truck routes with the businesses together to see if we can reach to some kind of agreement that would be happy for both. The other issue I'd like to talk about is Democracy Day. Democracy Day refers to getting the residents of South Plainfield involved and knowing what the governing body is spending their money or how they're spending their money. Have a say in it and not after the fact. The other issue I'm concerned about is working together. I would like to work together with the governing body because I realize that when each side start pulling their own directions, you hardly get anything done. I believe that working together and pulling in the same direction, we get more stuff done.
Excellent. Now with Democracy Day, will there be a certain dollar amount attached to that to get the input from the citizens?
I'm assuming, I believe there would be. At this time, I don't know what that number would be. It's something that we'll have to get together and figure out what works best for South Plainfield, for us to work efficiently anyway,
right.
In that case.
Good. So if you are elected, what's the first thing you're going to do?
Okay. If I was elected, the first thing I'd like to do is revisit the shop local issue, because it's not a one fits all. I believe that we can revisit the shop local, working together to identify the needs of the community, working with the business. I actually brought the issue to the business development group. I brought the owners of the company, of a company, to explain their program, so that South Plainfield have the opportunity to decide, which works best for them.
And how was that received by the group?
It was some pushback because it requires the borough to do some work.
Okay.
But on the other hand, the other choice, it's not, it's inclusive. I don't necessarily prefer the other choice. I prefer to start with this small initiative first, because the other choice requires you to load the account with $800, I believe. You're supposed to fill out a form where you put an application where you put your social security and that information. And right now, with the hacking that happened with Equifax, I don't know how many people will be willing to go ahead and give their social security number again, filling out an application. So I think we can hold off on it, not necessarily get rid of it.
Okay. So what would you like the residents to know about you, something that we didn't discuss? Tell us something else about Roberto.
Well, a lot of the residents don't know me. Those that do, they don't know me yet, I should say. But those that do will tell you that I'm a good person and I'm well-intentioned. I'm fair. I go on my integrity and my honesty. And overall, I care about people. There's no one in town or outside of town that asks me for to do something or intercede or a favor that I wouldn't do it. So those that know me would definitely tell you who I am and have a good opinion about me.
So why should the residents vote for you?
Okay. The residents should, I am running especially because I want the residents to believe not in my ability to affect change, but in theirs. And I believe because I believe in the residents of South Plainfield, I would like for them to come out and select the candidates that they feel is qualified and has the ability to work with the governing body, with the rest of the governing body, whoever they are, to push South Plainfield forward. And I'm doing it out of the desire to be part of the community, to help the community, and basically that's it.
So you've lived here for about a little over 10 years, and you're involved with South Plainfield. What do you like most about South Plainfield?
The people. The people. Oddly enough, South Plainfield is it's small enough. Everybody knows almost everyone, and usually wherever I go, I say hello and they say hello back. I offer the help and they accept my help. If I need help, I will get the help. So I believe there's a camaraderie and a friendship in South Plainfield that make me feel at home and welcome, and that's why I chose to make my home in South Plainfield.
Excellent. Well, Roberto, I do want to thank you for taking the time to meet with Tap Into and to do this interview, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very
in
much.
November.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Roberto Sayers, running for council in the borough of South Plainfield. I would like to ask for your vote on November 7th. As I said before, I believe in the people of South Plainfield and not in my ability to affect change, but in the ability of the residents of South Plainfield to affect change into South Plainfield. And that's why I'm asking you to come out and vote on November 7th for my running mate, Cassie Caporelli and Roberto Sayers. Thank you very much, and God bless.